Welcome to this SQL Roadmap video. Rocket. In this video, I'll guide you through the complete SQL learning journey starting from basics, moving into intermediate, then advanced topics, and finishing with real-world projects and interview prep. We'll cover 7 main sections, each with clear subsections so you know exactly what you'll be learning step by step. Let's get started with Section 1, Introduction to SQL and Databases. Section 1, Introduction to SQL and Databases. Here, you'll get the foundation you need before writing queries. First, you'll understand what databases are and how they're managed. Then, you'll get introduced to SQL and why it's important. Finally, you'll set up your environment, install the required tools, and get sample datasets to practice. By the end of this section, you'll be ready to start writing your first SQL queries. Now that we've covered the basics of databases and SQL setup, let's move on to Section 2. SQL Basics, where you'll start writing your first queries. Section 2, SQL Basics. In this section, you'll start learning the building blocks of SQL. You'll learn how to create databases and tables. Perform basic operations like inserting, reading, updating, and deleting data. Apply filters and conditions to get only the data you need. And finally, sort and limit results to manage outputs. After this section, you'll be confident in handling simple database operations. We've seen how to work with simple queries. But to become more powerful with SQL, we need to move to the next step. So, let's dive into Section 3, Intermediate SQL, where we'll explore joins, subqueries, and more. Section 3, Intermediate SQL. Here, you'll level up your SQL skills. You'll work with aggregate functions to analyze data. Learn about joins, which help you connect multiple tables. Understand set operators to combine results. Explore subqueries for advanced filtering. Work with string and date functions to clean and transform data. And practice conditional logic using case statements. This section makes you capable of writing powerful and flexible SQL queries. At this point, you can already manage data like a beginner SQL developer. But real-world work requires advanced techniques, and that's exactly what we'll cover in Section 4, Advanced SQL. Section 4, Advanced SQL. This is where you move beyond basics and build professional-level knowledge. You'll learn about constraints that enforce data rules. Work with indexes to improve performance. Create views for reusable query logic. Understand stored procedures and functions for automation. Use triggers to handle events automatically. Manage transactions for reliability and concurrency. And finally, practice error handling in SQL. By the end of this section, you'll have advanced SQL skills needed in real-world projects. Theory is great, but you also need practice. That's why in Section 5, Real-World SQL, we'll take on projects and optimization tasks. Section 5, Real-World SQL. Here, you'll shift focus from theory to practice. You'll learn database design concepts like normalization and error diagrams. Apply your knowledge in case studies and mini projects such as e-commerce, library, or payroll systems. Work on SQL optimization and performance tuning. And integrate SQL with other tools like Python, Excel, or Power BI. This section ensures you can apply SQL in practical scenarios. By now, you are already skilled in SQL. But interviews need something extra. In Section 6, SQL Interview Preparation, You'll solve tricky problems and learn best practices to stand out. Section 6. SQL Interview Preparation. Once you are comfortable with SQL, this section gets you ready for interviews. You'll solve tricky SQL problems that interviewers often ask. And also learn best practices to write clean, readable, and efficient queries. This section prepares you not just to use SQL, but to showcase your skills confidently. We've reached the end of our roadmap. In Section 7, Conclusion and Next Steps, we'll quickly recap and guide you toward advanced topics like PL SQL, TSQL, and Big Data SQL. Section 7, Conclusion and Next Steps. Here, we'll recap everything you've learned in this roadmap. You'll also get guidance on where to go next, whether that's learning PL SQL, TSQL, data analysis with SQL, or even moving into big data systems. By following this roadmap step by step, you'll go from absolute beginner to advanced SQL practitioner.